What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So it
Here
seems
is YouTube.
Alexa, shut up. So it seems a few of you weren't happy with yesterday's update video. Now I did film that several days ago, so I honestly don't even remember it. But you guys know me; I do change my display almost daily, always trying to find the best absolute look. But I will always ensure my collection looks the best, and it's not going to look cluttered. So that's for sure. One thing we've done is we've added the Alien Predator poster along with the AVP Wolf mask. I got this wall mount here. So this looks really cool. I posted this photo on my Instagram, so be sure you're, following me there, and on my Flankster statue collectors, where I also post lots of photos and you guys can interact with me there. But the AVP wall is coming along really good. You'll notice Drake is here. He's actually being boxed up today, and he is sold. So I did sell him for two reasons. One, I need the money for Infinity Studios' Wonder Woman bust. And two, I wasn't 100% happy with how Drake looked, especially next to Chucky over there. And Drake and Lord of Darkness doesn't have like a true one-off companion. He's more of just like fits in with my creature wall, like so. So I really like him here. I am going to fix the blade props, or the two props to be there. I am going to keep that blade poster there, though. See, and every morning at like 6, this guy goes off. But I do like Lord of Darkness over here. I think he fits extremely good, even better, in fact, than Drake did, because he's taller, less wide, more vibrant red. And movie-wise, Legend is extremely similar to Pan's Labyrinth. Both fantasy movies with creatures involved with humans. So I really dig this overall look. Plus, I don't like having bust next to bust for the most part in this display. I think when you get like 8 busts in a row, it looks awesome. But when I just have like 2 busts next to each other in this display, I'm not digging it 100%. I prefer to have separators, like a 1/3 separating everything. I really like that look, especially for this creature and horror and monster wall, here on the Predator and Alien wall. So my life-size endo still has not shipped, so I, of course, come up with a plan B in case, things go south and I don't get it. Now, if I don't get life-size endo, I will simply get Prime 1 Jungle Hunter displayed right there, move Dog Alien right there, and underneath do Prime 1 Alien Warrior. And then, of course, I'll still get 1/3 Arnold, and hopefully someday a 1/3 Endoskeleton, and get the 1/3 T1000 with Pure Arts bust, and call it a day for Terminator. We'll see, though. I hope I get my life-size endo, but no guarantees until it's here in the house and I'm unboxing that bad boy. But I did want to, show you guys a few things. I moved my Avengers 1 over here because I really wanted to try my like Shazam and Aquaman down low and so forth. And I'm still honestly extremely baffled that nobody has bought these. So I'm going to start selling them separately, or my mind's always trying to think of ways to keep it, just because this also has a lot of, sentimental, value to me as well, because this was like some of the first pieces I ever got. When I got originally into collecting, I started getting some DBZ, some MK, and then my first like Avengers, Marvel movies type stuff was this. And so I still absolutely love this display. It's just a matter of space and the fact I don't like it doesn't scale to my other Marvel. But I think this display is freaking awesome, in all honesty, and I'm baffled nobody would buy it for 2K, and I'm just like, I've sold statues that aren't even 1/10 as good as that for 2,000. Yeah, so I wanted to show you guys the DC. I'll show you some photoshops, but I want to show you in person real quickly. So this is going to be my Dark Knight Rises wall. Right here will be Infinity Studios Joker bust. When that arrives, I will sell that off. Won't need it because he's holding a clown mask. And then that Joker bust will just be moved right there, or in the back, or just keep right there. But that will be the Infinity Studios Joker bust. And that's actually a really good spot for it because he is holding the clown mask behind, and there's also some good detail in the back of his base. So having it in this angle where I can walk around it, I'll be able to see all that awesome detail. You know, if it's just propped up against a wall, you'll never see that. But right here, I'll be able to see everything because I walk around it. I did mount this Dark Knight Rises poster. For right now, I have it like this because I want Bane next to his bust and mask. But it will be Catwoman there, Bane in middle. Not 100% sure on the Bane bust and mask. I may actually just throw it back there because I don't really have space here for it. But right there would be the Catwoman bust, you know, with Catwoman. And then underneath, you know, for right now, I've gone ahead and just did my Suicide Squad. And then right here is Shazam and Aquaman. So Aquaman is a pretty decent corner piece because he has such a large base and he's also not very tall. Shazam, he is about the max limit you can fit a 1/3. Now, standing up, I can't see it good at all. However, like I said, when I'm in this room, I'm always sitting in my little banana chair here. So when I want to, you know, come in here and look at statues, you know, this is the actual angle I'm seeing everything. You know, so it's like Shazam and Venom Bust are really the max limit, like 31, 32 inches for a 1/3 or bust below. Anything taller than that, it's going to be simply too tall. And I have these on the ground, just, you know, a piece of cloth so you don't see the ground. But that's how I did it to gain extra height space. I didn't use wood, you know. So I don't know 100% if it will fit, but the idea would be, you know, keep Joker there, Harley right there, and do Harley Quinn bust. Now, Harley Quinn bust is 34 inches wide, but that's including the arms and the bats. If I have the bat and the arms behind the 1/3 and just the base right there, I think it could work. The base, I believe, is only 18 inches, which is about the size of, you know, these bases. So I think it could work. And then in this scenario, I would simply scoot Shazam over and do Deadshot there and have those three there. However, if we do get a Black Adam, then one of the 1/3 would have to go. That way I can do Black Adam because he is definitely important to me. And in this case, it'd probably be the Aquaman, you know, because I already have another Aquaman. And then, you know, I still have my Suicide Squad line into the Shazam and Black Adam. And he's the only final DC character I really want in 1/3. After that, I'm honestly set. You know, if Amber Heard didn't trash her career and ruin Johnny, I would definitely probably get J.N.D. Mara. That is one I would have absolutely loved as well. I still think it's an incredible statue, but goodness, did she ruin her career. Yeah, and for right now, I'm just keeping my Justice League like this, but once we do get Infinity Studios' Wonder Woman bust, she will replace the Queen Wonder Woman. We will sell off tactical bats and put regular bats there and just do Steppenwolf, Aquaman, Flash, Cyborg, and Darkseid ending right here so we could, you know, do this whole plan. And I think in general that's going to look really, really good. It's going to look, you know, spacious, have all the pieces I need, no duplicates, you know, and we're sticking to just Infinity Studio busts, so they'll all match, being half torso busts. So it's going to look really, really good. I'm excited for that. You know, I'm a big fan of DC. I recently watched Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and those two movies, for me personally, are some of the best movies ever made, especially superhero movies. Like Man of Steel, that's a perfect movie. It's like a Dragon Ball Z movie. You know, the fighting style and the story, it's so freaking good. So I'm definitely, you know, freaking love Man of Steel. For Marvel, I have contemplated a few different things. I've been thinking up ideas if I want to consider maybe doing, you know, more bust up top and less bust down low and just do all my 1/4 down low. So I'm trying to, what I want to do, this wall right here is kind of like my Avengers wall. You know, even though it's also Civil War, it's also just Avengers. For right now, you know, I threw Thor with his hammer right here, but eventually I'll probably move the Thor hammer and Captain helmet and do Wanda. And if we could get Hawkeye, you know, and then I'll move Ultron. Then this will be all good guys. And then right here, I would probably do my Loki 1/4, Ultron, and Thanos Infinity War. Because I used to do that in my old setup and actually really liked it, like all the villains. So all the villains would be right here, like they're facing off against all the Avengers. Right here, I would probably do my Iron Studios Endgame line, so just lower those three there. And then at that point, we would... Now, I'm still trying to figure things out, but I'm going to eventually sell that and do the Mark 7 busts. And what I'd probably do, actually, is switch Avengers 1 over here, you know, because I'd have Loki beneath, and do Loki bust, Iron Man Mark 7 bust. Probably wall mount those two, like, there and there. You know, so I have props between. And then go into, like, Queen Thanos and Thanos bust. You know, I potentially could even, you know, there's a few things I could do, but, and then likely do Doctor Strange bust over here with Captain Marvel and Black Panther underneath. As like, you know, that could probably work pretty good. We'll see. But I definitely want to have a really solid, you know, I mean, I also have Vision bust, so I could do Vision bust with Doctor Strange bust, Captain Marvel. Although I would say Vision bust with Black Panther since they have matching bases, and then do Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange above. I could fit two and two, and then I need to keep Queen Thanos up high next to him, and then I'd also do Queen Black Widow between one of the busts. In all honesty, I've always wanted the Sideshow Mark 7 bust, or the Mark 7 maquette. I always loved that statue. I never bought it, and I always wanted it. I'm like, man, that'd go great next to Queen's Mark 7 bust. See, I'm not a huge fan of Queen's Mark 7 1/4. I like Sideshow's way more, actually. So I think it'd be a great companion, although I really don't need a third Iron Man 1/4. But if I'm getting rid of my Mark 7 1/6, I don't have a Mark 7 statue, my favorite suit. It's kind of like, what? So that's why I'm also just like, man, maybe I should just get that. But we'll see on Marvel. I'm definitely going to make sure it looks the best. Of course, I've considered Captain America bust if we get a Thor bust. Although, to be honest, the most recent Thor movie was absolute trash. I can't believe they're just making it a complete joke. So, yeah, that just annoys me. That whole movie's a joke to me. And it's not even a funny joke. That's the thing. All right, let's show you guys some pictures real quickly. So this is the Photoshop. So look how clean that looks. I think that looks amazing. There's even, you know, some extra space. And I'm basing the bust heights off of what they are advertised, not their width, because I can't control that. But the height, you know, like this Heath Ledger bust is marked as 32 inches, which is as tall as the Batman. And Catwoman is marked at like 28 inches, so she'll be shorter than the 1/3. But I do think that looks extremely good, and I definitely really dig it. And this is how this looks. You know, I don't have it set up like this now, but that's just how that looks, so you guys know what it looks like. Minus the shield, because that'll go with Queen's Wonder Woman, and then, of course, the other Batman setup. But this is just how Infinity Studios will look. Her head goes to slightly above Batman's shoulders. But overall, as you can see, it just matches Batman and Superman better, having matching base, half torso, and the quality is just going to be a little bit better, and I think likeness on a good batch is slightly better as well. This is how Darkseid and Steppenwolf will look. So it will be, you know, semi-spacious and look good. And then, of course, the Wonder Woman busts and 1/3 setup, which I personally do like that. So... yeah, then we still have the question of Red Sonja. You know, I mean, I really do, of course, want Mechagodzilla for my kaiju display. I'd also love the Pacific Rim, but it's also very expensive. And if I get the figure, I want the bust, but the bust is so expensive. And I'm just like, oh, I can't do that. So I've always potentially thought of just honestly doing Red Sonja with Vampirella, where we have Chucky, and put Chucky right there and forego the whole zombie bust. That's always an option. I could definitely fit Sonja and Vampirella in a garage shelf. We'll see what happens in the future. But for now, I'm digging the way my display is headed for the most part. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.